Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Or if it's your first time, just welcome to Rough Around the Edges with yours truly, me, Sherry. I'm glad to see you today. Pull up, go on, pull your chair up, pull your seat up right there and sit there across the table from me. Look, once again, you get your own paper towel with your name written on it. Alright, let me tell you what I would like to do today. I got out my old, trusty, lovely lady fall wreath. Yes, my fall wreath. And I went to hang her on the door, and I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, you look okay, but you know, you need a little bit of facelift. Or as I would say, I need to zhuzh you up a little bit. You need a little extra sparkle, and anyhow, that's when my cogs start ticking, my brain, my wheels start a-rolling, and I'm thinking, alright, here we go. I'm turning this into a resin project. What do you think? I think it's a good idea. So if you have an old wreath that you just want to add a little extra something to, give it a little revamping, this will be the way to do it. So, I'm going to get my clear cast epoxy resin mixed up. I want to use this mold to get me started. I also think I'm going to use these two little silicone spheres. So, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to get my resin a-mixin'. Don't go anywhere. Okay, good. You didn't travel anywhere far, at least. I've got equal amounts, A and B, of my epoxy resin. I'm pouring into this small cup because I don't need that much. Just the little cups that come, little medicine cups, if you want to call it. They come with your when you buy a new thing of resin. Sorry, I needed to spit that out, didn't I? Thinking and talking and... Alright. Do you have a wreath that needs to be fixed up? This would be a fun way to do it. Fall, Christmas, Valentine's Day. Some people have one for every holiday. So let's get this in here. Nice and easy. Come here, squeaky lamp. Do your job. Alright, light the way for the people to see what I'm doing. And all I'm doing is I'm probably 99% sure that 99% of you know what I'm doing. But if you don't, I'm mixing up some epoxy resin, which I'm sure you already know. In fact, here, why don't you do it for me? No? Yeah. You always say no. I don't blame you. I mean, it is next to impossible, so I'll do it for you. Alright. Now that that's nicely mixed, I think. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Got a few bubbles in there, but it's alright. I'm going to take some of this fall glitter I mixed up from a different project I was working on, and I only want a tad bit. So can I do this without pouring more than necessary? Let's start a little bit because I can always add more, but I can't take it away. And there's a big old chunk in here. And I want you out, buddy. You're pretty and all, but you're chunky. And I don't need any chunks right now. There we go. We got one more. Come on. Don't leave us hanging. Alright. Yeah, I think that's all I want. But what I don't want to happen is when I pour it in to this mold, I don't want all my glitter sinking down, and it will. It will. If I don't listen to some of the people that I have learned to use the glue trick on. And that's what I'm gonna do. And that was not a drop. That was a squirt. And you wanna know why it was a squirt? Because that glue always is stopped up and I have to push hard. So the one time that it's not stopped up, you know it. I don't even need to continue, though I will, but you know what happens. It starts squirting out like I'm some sort of fireman trying to put out a fire. It's alright. I'm not going to worry about a thing because it ain't a big thing. Just trying to get that glitter to suspend in there and not fall to the front. And that's what the clear glue does. It makes it thick, kind of gloopy, and it suspends that glitter in your resin. Next step, I'm going to use this mold, and I'm only going to pour 5. Yeah, 5. I'm not going to pour all 6, because I have an idea in my mind of what I want it to look like. Sorry, not look out. Look like. You know what? I'm going to put just a couple more drops. Now that time it really was just 2 drops, because I didn't squeeze the heck out of the glue bottle. But apparently, even though I squeezed the heck out of the glue bottle, it still wasn't enough, so what am I yapping on about? Okay. That looks alright to me. Alright, now I don't want to fill this up. That's not what I'm doing. I've had this mold for a long time, and it is a very soft mold, and it's not made for silicone. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not made for resin. Well, I mean, it can be, but it's so soft. I used to do little desserts for my boys in this, and then I just cleaned it out till it was nice and shiny again, and use it for resin. You can do that. You don't have to get a certain mold made just, for resin. You can use a cake molds, cupcake, candy molds, wax made for wax candles. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself when you're doing a Google search or an Amazon search or any kind of search online. Granted, I will say that the ones made for resin are usually, your best bet. Especially, shiny. In fact, this one's fairly shiny to not be made strictly for resin, but okay, it looks like I didn't mix up enough. That's an easy fix. I just gotta make some more. So, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey everybody, welcome back. Look, these are ready to get started on, but these are not the ones that I originally poured. These are. Come here, Squeaky Lamp. Show the people. Look how foggy these are. Can you see that? That yellowish, not so pretty brownish tint. We're going to learn together here. This is the leftover glitter I was using in a different project. It wasn't made to go into the resin. I was using it for something else. Which is why I went with the more inexpensive glitter. This pack right here that I purchased off of Amazon. You have to be very careful when you choose glitters. Some of these don't bleed, and some of them do. And whatever I had in here, the red, the oranges, that kind of thing, it gave off that foggy look. And I know because I've made that mistake before. It's better to get a higher quality of glitter. Or, even these, like, look, these smaller tubes, things such as this, these don't bleed into your resin, but those did. So I learned my lesson there. Okay, anyhow, moving on, because I'm going to leave that footage in there. Number one, it had some good advice that I had learned from others about using the glue to suspend your glitter. That's a good thing to learn. So, and some other things I said. So I'm going to leave that in there. Anyhow, these are cured. I did use a little sparkle in there, and they're clear for the most part. What I want to do, this says August. I know you can't see it that well. Can you see that? I don't know. I want to put some stickers on the back. I went ahead and demolded that one, not these. And I want to put these on each of these. Okay, and I think I demolded, yeah, I did demold that one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And they are still kind of sticky, which is what I wanted. They're almost fully cured. But because I'm placing the sticker front down, I need it to be not somebody, come on now, girl. I need it to be somewhat tacky. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You want to watch? Okay, I'll even fast forward it a little bit. Here we go. Okay, we got a little voiceover action going on. Right now, these are still slightly tacky, which is what I wanted. They're not too tacky to unmold, but because I'm placing the stickers front down, I need them to stick. So here I am, I'm going to unmold them, just looking at them under the light, looking at that little shiny powder that they have going on. Alright, next step, I'm about to put, yep, there I go, dropping my alcohol inks in. Always make sure they're well shaken. Even if you just used it the day prior, make sure you shake them again. And now the mixa begins. And I'm just going to pour 3 green and 3 oranges. You ready? Away we go. Good, you're still here. Okay, have y'all ever heard of this statement, 3rd time's a charm? I'm sure you have. Well, I'll tell you what, maybe it is, but maybe it's also a big fat headache. I left y'all last time making these, backing these in orange and green. Now looking at them, I like 3 of them, but I was still just dissatisfied. So I went in with clear, and we're going to see together how these turned out. And yes, I like that. Wait, come here, squeaky lamp. Can you see that? I just layered false stickers in there. I like that one. Let's see how the rest turned out though. Got a little, I knew this would happen. This little piece of sticker. Right. Cheer. Pumpkin turned out good. I don't see any bubbles. I do see the spot where I just clipped that piece of sticker off though. This one just needs some trimming. I do see 1 bubble down in there. Right there. And that's a nice size bubble. It just got trapped. Why are you trying to photobomb my video, squeaky lamp? Do your job. Yeah, it got trapped under the sticker. It's okay. Let's check out this one. Okay, that's cute. That one's looking good. Alright. This one has a messy back. And whatever this is, there we go. Why don't you not pay attention, girl, and cut your finger off in the process? Nah. Okay, that one turned out nice too. Okay. We're still cooking with some grease, maybe not all. And let me show you the ones I kind of like that came out of the orange and green. That one. Not so much. This one's Hello Autumn. It's alright. The rest, I see, yeah, big bubbles. Yeah. No, not so much. This one just gets a, And this one, I'll give you a meh instead of a Alright, that sounds super annoying, I know. Alright, my next step is I'm going to use these little ropes. Now, I don't know if I'm going to put a bow on them, what I'm going to do, But give me a second to think about it, and we'll be right back, okay? Alright, don't go nowhere. See you in a little bit.
You mistook someone else for me, then ran over smiling awkwardly. Even that look, I can't resist. Every little thing, I just love this. Do you feel it too? The way we always do. We'll stay like this forever, right? Forever, right? We'll stay like this forever, right?
I want to show you something, and I learned a valuable lesson.
Away so sweet.
Okay, do you remember the first ones I poured with the glitter? Remember these? I'm sure you do. It wasn't even 10-15 minutes ago. I'm asking you, because for me it's been a while. These were the first pour, and I was complaining about the glitter giving them an orange. The light's not doing it justice. An orange, the glitter bled, okay, and it gave it a not so good looking piece. But I saved them. And so I'm sitting here waiting for my B7000 from these to finish. And I love these. These turned out cute. But I'm bored. And I'm sitting here and thoughts start racing. I'm like, you know, I want to do something. What can I do? This is just, what am I going to do with this? I mean, eventually I'll put it in a larger piece. But what I ended up doing was making a couple of these. And isn't it funny how some of life's things that you look at and they just look so glum and, you know, at first. And then you can take something like that and bring it beauty. Now, these aren't going to win Miss America, but it's a lot better than that. I'm just happy I did it. So all I did was get some flowers that I had bought from for a different project, little trees, and I started cutting them up into smaller pieces and putting them around the edge. Then I went in on the backs, and this is sloppy looking with a paint pen, like a orangey peach and a gold. I just colored in the back because once I flipped them, I thought they looked better than this. So there's my lesson to myself for today. No matter how messy life seems, beauty can always come through to the other side. So I'm going to finish with my hot glue gun and finish the rest of these out. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm not going to just let them go to waste. So let's just continue together. I'll put you in a fast forward so you don't have to sit here for a long time, just a couple of minutes. I already colored that one with this color acrylic paint marker. And let's go. Alright, camera, you can fast forward. Choo choo, choo choo. Fast forward now. Alright, y'all. I'm rounding third base and I'm heading for home. I figured I'd let us finish out this last one together. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry I was pretending to shoot you with my glue gun before we went on a pause. But, you know, sometimes us ladies have to let our inner Princess Leia out. Okay? It is what it is. I have my little ornament hooks. I don't know if I want to use them or not, so let me do some thinking, and I'll see you in a little bit. Don't go nowhere, we're almost done. Come on now. Now the wreath is complete and hanging on the door. And your neighbor comes a knocking to tell you how beautiful it is. And you say, no, seriously, don't do that. That's not nice. Yeah, that's some kind of ugly. No, we don't do that. Anyhow, thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Maybe you could try this on any wreath at any season. Just take your time, do something fun, and it's not a huge project or undertaking, but hey, we had a good time, right? Thank you for joining me today. I hope you come back and join me again, and I will see you in a little bit.